Just a disclaimer before I start this video, the list that I'm about to go through is not a manipulation or in any way to prove that YouTube is a bad place to be, because I would never do so. Even though there's tons of shit going on this site still is pretty fucking awesome. Now on that note, let's jump into this crazy one hell of a list. Warning, the people that I'm going to talk about here were complete idiots. Starting off with number 4, we have Basherverse. The story started a long time ago. It was back then in 2002, but before we get there, here's a bit about Basher. Basher was born in a very difficult situation. He admitted to have never seen his father and he only knows his mother. But this is somewhat the same because he has never talked to her and his biological mother did not look after him. In 2002, Basher was 17 years old and he got his first love. Just like everybody else on their first love, he loved her so much. Then things took a turn when one day the girl decided to cheat on Basher. Considering the situation that he was born in, he suffered from depression and anxiety. He got his heart broken and got no one to really help him. At the time, he also had his best friends, and apparently his friend's sister was talking to Basher a lot, and it made him feel much better. Please take notice, his friend's sister was only 13 at the time, but it didn't stop there. Both of them started to develop feelings for each other. They started talking online and the conversation got pretty intimate. This was in 2004, she just turned 15, but Basher was 18. And then later in the year, her parents noticed her messages with Basher. This led to one day Basher woke up to a knock on his door. He was introduced to private detective. They arrested him. The charge was amended to sexual misconduct. He paid the fine and also was taken to jail. And he also had to go through a therapist class for pedophiles. Now because of his history, till to this day, people keep harassing him, telling that he's a pedo, telling him to kill himself, and also started a bunch of rumors. To this point, I have no clue. There's no evidence. To be honest, I think he had learned his lesson. I would doubt it saying he's still a pedo. Moving on to number 3, Sam Pepper. Now the reason why it's in the list here is because the story involved the one and only goddess Marina Joyce. So on September 2014, Sam posted a prank video where he had one of his hand covered in a sweatshirt so he could pinch a girl's butt without them noticing. After he posted this prank video, the internet stormed at Sam Pepper for sexual assault. He was getting crazy amount of hate, and then a few girls started to show up and talk about their experience with Sam, and one of them is Marina Joyce herself. In the video, she stated that she was 16 and Sam was 24. She said she met him at Warped Tour, then he pushed her to a disabled toilet and started to sexually assaulted her. Now this is even worse because the other are claiming that Sam Pepper did actually rape them. There was this one anonymous girl came on in the video claiming that Sam Pepper did anally rape her. But to all these claims, there's no actual evidence to all the stories. So then Sam came out on a video and apologized while also stating that the prank video was fake and everything was staged. I believe he said it actually meant to be a social experiment on the viewers. It is to see whether if people do actually care about each other. And he was happy that they did. He also went on a few Dramalet shows to explain the story. But yeah, did anyone care? Obviously, people started to hate Sam even more. There were petitions wanting to take down Sam Pepper's YouTube channel, and quite shockingly, since there's so many people requesting it, Sam himself set up a GoFundMe page, and if it reaches the goal, he will delete his own YouTube channel. And yeah, by the way, that never happened because god damn it, the end goal was $1.5 million. Crazy stuff. If you have gone this far into the video, I guess you're really loving it. So yeah, wait till the end because the number 1 here on the list will blow your mind. I promise you. Number 2. This is We1I. So yeah, this also started a few days after Sam Pepper prank video. While people was talking the sexual crime about Sam Pepper, a girl by the YouTube name of Anya Max, she also posted a video addressing her incident, but it didn't involve Sam Pepper. It actually occurred with her and We1I. She basically said she knew We1I from his YouTube channel, she was a fan of him, and since both of them are YouTubers, they started talking. She was 15 and We1I was 20 years old. The conversation led to them meeting up in London. They stayed together and We1I thought it would be a good idea to get drinks. So yeah, in her video, she stated that We1I had more control of how much she was drinking than she was herself. He kept telling her to keep drinking, and when she started to lose control of what she was doing, We1I took advantage over the situation and raped her. Now after all of this, We1I actually posted an unlisted video saying sorry to Anya and his fans. In the video, he said that he was born in a Mormon family, and although his family had strict rules, but they never talk about the age of consent. And he also said that he got no one to really tell him the rules. And if you look up at his YouTube channel, he haven't uploaded videos for a very long time. He said he felt really bad about himself and decided to move away. He also stated that he has changed and he would want to apologize to anyone that affected by his action. Now this video is pretty serious. I don't really want to say anything. I'm just stating out the facts. Now that's it for this story, and for the record, he also started daily vlogging again. Number 1. Before going to this one, this shit is crazy. Everyone should already expected this. It is Lion Maker Studios. As everyone knows, Lion Maker is a Minecraft YouTuber. He's really big and has has over 700,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, there are always issues with the Minecrafter on YouTube because most of their audience consists of kids, and because of that, this YouTuber by the name of Lionmaker, he always have an opportunity to contact kids. Now, Lionmaker is a 27-year-old man, and apparently he contacted a 13-year-old girl and was able to talk to her on Twitter. I believe the conversation was normal until he requested her for a nude and also wanted to Skype the kid. But then what happened next was the 13-year-old girl was very well behaved and she ran to her mother. The mother of the 13-year-old kid saw the DM and immediately contacted everyone she could. She was able to reach Dramalet and came put it on the show so she can explain more about the situation. You can also go see the video on Dramalet if you're really curious about the story. But as of now, here's what's interesting. From what I've heard, Lionmaker is also selling children's underwear. And one of his friends actually exposed him. And one of his friends tweeted out that Lionmaker was sexually hitting on a 15-year-old girl. Of course, Keem is always in to cover all the news going in the community. So Lionmaker started receiving quite a bit of hate. And for some reasons, the 15-year-old girl that he was dating called Panda the Page broke off with him. And he went crazy. Now from here on, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him, but he tweeted out a picture of that 15-year-old girl Panda the Page in her underwear. Like, this guy is seriously fucked. And at the time, that wasn't enough for him because it didn't just stop there. Then later on, he tweeted another picture of that 15-year-old kid, but this time she was completely naked. Literally everyone and every YouTubers had gone wild and asking every fans of them to flag Lionmaker's Twitter account. Fuck this, right? I can't even imagine what the fuck was going on his head. And again, for the record, he is still on YouTube. But this video shall come to an end. That has to be enough. I don't want it to get any crazier than it already is. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. I want to wish all of you here a super fantastic day. Stay safe and see you in the next video.